We are back. Yeah. Outside still stood Axie, watching quietly. Weird. He hadn't heard every word correctly, but he had seen every action of the last few minutes. He was muttering to himself. Why are you alone with Nana? Why? Do you guys normally do this sort of thing? So Nana goes to see him, but she hasn't gone to see me in at least a few days. Okay. It's okay. You know you're the coolest dude in the history of ever, Axie. Just go in there and woohoo like usual. Somehow this was incredibly nerve-wracking for the normally fearless Axie, but he went in anyway. Oh, hey muchachos. How you doing? They both looked up. Liam looked particularly startled. Oh, Axie! Hey, what's up? Nothing. Nothing. You know, just swimming around, doing my cool thing, and happened to be in the area. What were you guys up to? Axie, do you mind if we talk in private? Of course. Of course not. Let's go. The way Donna had phrased that was strange, but Axie still felt good knowing she wanted to talk to him alone. I should warm up my vocal before doing this. Once outside, Donna seemed to shine in the bright rays of the tank. Hey, Donna! Before we talk, you wanna see a trick? Whoa, that's to impress. No! Wait! Wait! I could use that! Fuck. Alright, well, I hope you guys like jump cuts. Alright, we're back. Most definitely did not go back in time and take a screenshot of that. But, not waiting for her response, Axie spun around and performed an amazing somersault, just like he practiced the previous night and morning. He executed it nearly perfectly, but his hands were still an inch short of touching his tail mid-spin. What do you think about that? It was nice, Axie. You practiced really hard, huh? Good work. I try. Oh, you know how I do. Axie knew she was so impressed that it was hard to put. Axie knew she was so impressed that it was hard to put her thoughts accurately into words. But we need to talk about something serious. I don't know how often you see or visit Liam, but his rock is on my side of the tank, so it's a lot easier for me to see the situation clearly. Axie, he's in a lot of pain. A lot of suffering. Sometimes the suffering seems so horrible that I can't even imagine it's real. Once in a while, I'll have a calm moment, but other times, horrible screaming, gasps, moans, agony. It's almost like he's fighting something on multiple levels, physically and mentally. It's gotten to the point where he has these delusions that someone or something is watching every move he makes. Not only that, but Hank is a huge jerk to him. He comes over frequently and antagonizes him, tormenting him in any way he can. I had to track the information out of Leo because he didn't seem to want to talk about it. But apparently, the thing Hank says to him are devastating. If it's Hank, I can actually believe that. Something has to be done. Just the other day, I was doing my usual morning routine, getting the plants ready, looking over the previous day's work. Why is your voice making my jaw hurt? But then I heard poor Liam moaning in the distance, and when I arrived, he was in a miserable state, gasping for breath against the edge of his rock, unable to move to comfortable position without my help. And so, well, I've been with him ever since. Oh, wow. You know, I never really seen that guy come out. But man, that's a real stinker. What do you think is going on? I have no idea, but I know it's bad. Really bad. I also know that I have to do something before it's too late. Too late? What do you mean? Actually, Liam told me how much pain he's in. I don't know if he has a disease or what, but he's in a really bad shape, and I'm afraid he might. She trailed off and didn't finish her sentence. I actually wondered what could possibly happen, but he couldn't think of anything bad. I actually knew what death was, but it didn't seem possible in here. Like Neo said, they didn't even eat. They didn't even need to eat or go to the bathroom in the tank. They were playing by different rules. So, in what way can we help? Not completely sure yet. I've been thinking about possible solutions all day. He has so many problems though. First, we gotta get him out of pain, improve his quality of life. Next, I've gotta convince him that there's no eye glued up against the outside of the tank or that was watching us. That's more or less all he's been focused on today. And it would really help if Enki stopped coming by to scare him and make fun of him. Liam didn't say, but I suspect Enki has been starting to get physical as well. I'm sure if we get rid of the bully, his situation should improve a bit. That guy, there must be something truly wrong with him. Picking on someone in such an awful state. But first things first, stopping his pain. The only person I can think of to ask for advice is Neo. He's almost as much as a hermit as Liam is, so we haven't seen each other lately. But he's smart. Maybe he'll have an idea. It's worth a try. Want me to come with you? That gets my bud. I actually just left his pad. That would be nice. But what if something happens while we're gone? What if Enki comes around to torment him again? Would you like me to stand guard? Like a real soldier. That would also be nice. But the only one he has... But the only one he says he trusts... to be by him is me. It doesn't seem like it's a perfect solution. I'll just have to go to that lab, but I'm so worried. A light bulb went up within Axie. He knew what he had to do. I'll just go find Aang and tell him to stop beefing on Liam. I'll solve this whole conflict with one fell swoop. If he needs someone to beef upon, let it be me. I can dig beefings like peanut butter sandwiches. I'm really the raddest dude, huh, Lana? I'm worried about that too, Axie. Hank is so grouchy and so mean. I suspect he might be dangerous. Do you think you'll be really okay? That's not how you say that. I don't want you to go alone if there's any sort of risk. Psh, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Let's just work together for my boy Liam's sake. Oh, thank you so much, Axie. You really are the sweetest axolotl on the team. He felt his heart flutter. The second Liam gets fighting, just get out of there. Swim to the lab. Don't get hurt. And that's an order, soldier. Roger, Wilco Commander. I'll go get that dude what's up. I'll tell that dude what's up. And then Liam will feel a little safer. And then you'll feel safer. And then you'll feel safer too, he said in his heart. Okay, Axie. Let's meet up here after we're both done. Maybe then I can get Liam to trust you like you trust me. He needs all the friends he can get right up at night. Of course. I'll see you soon. The coolest dude ever waved goodbye to his admirer and set off on his mission. The binging sound was familiar to Axie. It was a tone he heard faintly each night while getting ready for bed. A distant echo in the background as he practiced his somersault. Normally, it was hard to make out, but when the tank was devoid of background noise, the binging was unmistakably clear. The background noise is even music. Be funny. Axie had never paid it much mind until now. It was like the wind or whirling of the void. Something to ignore. Something in the background. White noise. As he headed heroically to the side of the tank, the binging got louder by the second. When he thought about it, Axie recalled the binging being there since his very first night in the tank. Yet, until now, he'd never questioned it. It had never been important. Why question it when his mind was elsewhere? When there were tricks to be learned and life to be enjoyed. Now the binging had confronted him. Axie came across a sight which made it all make sense at once. Fuck, I can't read. Upon the corner of the tank where Ankh lived, there he was, running headfirst full speed into the wall. Over and over. Trying to do what exactly? Strengthen himself? Or perhaps break himself? No, Axie wasn't afraid of this guy. It was his job right now to stop Ankh from picking on Liam. Another hard pound. Ankh turned around to ready himself again, and his eyes filled with surprise. Well, what a shocker. Must be my goddamn birthday. If it isn't Axie the asshole. To what do I owe this honor? Don't tell me you found a sight to bash your head into the glass too. Ah, that would make me so happy. No, Ankh. But I've come here for an important reason. Oh, what might that be? Nana and Liam. As of this moment, you're going to stop picking on them. Oh boy. Of all the stupid things you could have come up to me and said. But hold on, what do you mean exactly? Stop picking on Nana? Is that bitch making up stories? As for Liam, I'll admit to giving him what he deserves. As my answer is no, I'm not going to stop. That garbage is going in the trash where he belongs soon enough. Come on, buddy. Just pick on me instead, okay? Leave him out of your bugging. He's sick. Oh, Axie, you little moron. I thought I made it very clear earlier that I'd never willingly do you any favors. As much as I'd rather kill you and make your life a living hell instead, there's no way I can just abandon Liam like that. But hey, don't look so glum. Maybe you'll get your chance with me too someday. However, there are priorities in life you must follow, and picking on Liam is, quite frankly, my biggest. Let's see, how do I put it so even in I swear. I'm assuming that just means stupid, but ignoramus like you understands. Do you know what a tier list is? What's it saying that? I wouldn't expect an uncultured swine such as yourself to know about them. A tier list is something that determines the worth of something. Okay, was not expecting this, alright. And I have a tier list of my own. For this to Ankh and all the annoying shitheads who inhabit it. thing. The fact that we're all below pizza with pineapple is... wow. With the most hated one on the very bottom. See, Nana's at a normal tier. But if that bitch is making up stories, perhaps I'll have to reconsider her position. I ask you, why would I pick on her when literally anyone else in the tank is more annoying? Actually, as for you, you're in a high tier. You're a high tier piece of shit. Honestly, to put it quite simply, I just don't like you. DM, on the other hand, he's something completely different. A different beast altogether. What an awful creature. Every second he's breathing, it kills me a little on the inside, you know. That said, Leo is not long for this world, so you won't have to worry too much longer about me picking on him. Ideally, it'd be nice to torture him for a bit first before killing him, of course. Oh, wow. That's so... You even got me curious. And aside from Nana, I don't really care much about much else. I sense that you're a bad guy, but why do you target Leon the most of all? What did he do to you? There might be a reason, but shit if I know it. I just hate him with all my being. My blood boils seeing the fucker. From the moment I saw him, on that first day, his fragile body, his useless attitude, no matter which way you slice it, he's a parasite, a useless pile of garbage. And I've reached my limit of patience. I'm gonna snuff him out soon, and this time for good. Are we really so different, Axie? Think about it. All you ever talk about is stalking one girl in the tank. You're pathetic. Don't kid a kidder, Hank. You're the bad guy here, and I'm the hero who's gonna shut you down and get a happy ending for me and Nana. You're such a dumbass, Axie. The corniest, stupidest dumbass I could ever imagine. Two axolotls stare at each other with intense determination. Which was stronger? Axie's lust for friendship or Ank's murderous hatred for Liam? Well, looks like we're at an impasse. Yeah, there's gotta be some way we can solve this. I'm not going back to Lana without good news. If I have to, I'll get the egghead involved too. There's no way you can beat all of us. Ank let out a snarl. You really want to tell me your girlfriend went... You really want to tell me your girlfriend that you went to... Oh my god, can I fucking read? You really want to tell your girlfriend that you went to your big brother for help because you couldn't do it all alone. Besides, Neo wouldn't be a problem at all. Axie bit his tongue. I imagine that nerd is cooped up all alone in his lab right now, eh? Probably wouldn't even stop his research for you. Well, yes, he's in his lab. But he's also with Nana. That's perfect. So he won't bother us if we get a little messy. Alright then, enough beating around the bush. All this talk is getting me hungry for some action. I know how we can settle this in a civilized manner. How about we play a game? Yes, a simple game. And as much as it pains me to say this, I'll even let him alone if you happen to be the winner. Which you won't be, of course. How's that sound? Do you mean it? Really? Really? However, should you, the hero, whatever idiotic name you want to call yourself, lose, then you also lose the right to protect Liam. And I can torture him for however long I like, until I'm ready to snuff him out of this world for good. How's that for a gamble? A true gamble between men. All or nothing. Just think about how happy Lana will be when you tell her the good news. You little dog shit. Fuck. Doesn't this seem like a good deal? You can just cut all the bullshit away. Snip, snip. It's certainly not something I'd offer every day, but for whatever reason, Margaret left me in a really good mood. Actually didn't need to think. He felt something in himself aside from his duty to protect Nana. An excitement to beat Enk at whatever evil, likely unfair, game he thought of. Actually hadn't realized this about himself before, but he felt like there was some small part of him with a competitive edge. He couldn't lose, with all his motivation and skill. Besides, he had love on his side, and love was so much stronger than hate. Alright, Enk, bring it on. Bring it on. I'll beat you at every game you want to play. For a third time, in so many minutes, Enk was laughing. God damn, do you even listen to yourself? It's so hard not to make fun of you each time you talk. You don't even know what the game is, what the game I will propose, you don't even know what game I will propose, or what rules. I don't need to know the rules. I'm confident I can thwart you into anything. If it's for Nana... Oh, damn, I'm taking the system after that. Yeah, I feel the same. I could beat anyone at anything. If it allows me to smash that parasite's head in. So, what are we doing then? Follow me. Take a look around. They were now in open waters of the tank. It's not like there's any supplies for traditional games. So, why don't we have a competition that needs no tools? Let's, you and me, have a good old-fashioned race. Actually blinked. A race? Is that it? Oh gosh, I thought you were gonna say something a lot more sadistic than that. Only an idiot would appreciate a good, clean, old-fashioned. Wouldn't appreciate a good, clean, old-fashioned race. The terms are simple. The tank isn't really big enough to make this very long. We'll have to extend the length of artificial. We'll start here, side to side. Right now, we're suspended in roughly the center of the tank, in terms of height. There's a lot of space above and below us. There are 3 things you'll have to touch in this race. First, we'll go down. You'll need to touch the floor of the tank with both hands. Next, we'll ascend to the ceiling. As with the bottom, it doesn't count unless you touch the very top with both hands. From there, we'll make a straight line through either side of the board, passing the lab. And our final destination will be the first one who can touch Liam's shitty rock. Once I get there, the first thing I'm gonna do is sock him right in his stupid face. Can you wrap your mind around these simple instructions? Or do you need another visual aid, Axie? I got it! First bottom, then top, then go straight to Liam's. Is that it? That's it, shit for brains. As long as we keep those rules, anything goes. I just hope we're not interrupted by those other assholes. I don't think that will happen. Those 2 are inside the lab, like I said. Good. Are you ready? Axie was pumped. He was born ready. He spent all day and all night doing water acrobatics in order to impress Nana. Most importantly, he was probably faster than him. If Enk's speed pounding into the wall before was any indication. How are we starting? On the count of 3, we'll both go at the same time. Axie noticed Enk taking a deep breath. He spoke with such confidence, but was it possible that he was nervous? I'm serious about this, Axie. You're about to get fucked. 3, 2, 1. Go. Axie dashed ahead without warning. A burst of speed that surprised even him. That's determination for you. Didn't expect that, did you, Enk? Enk wasn't very far behind, though. In fact, he was very near within grasp of Axie's legs. Don't underestimate me, Axie. If there's something I can do better than a shithead in this world, it's charging towards something. As opposed to the sprinting start of Axie, Ink fashioned himself more as an endurance runner. He was slowly starting to catch up and showed no signs of fatigue. No, I can't let him get ahead, even for a second. Think, Axie, think! Axie couldn't think of anything that would miraculously give him more of an upper hand, so he had to rely on sheer willpower. He pushed himself as fast as he could go, and finally the gap between him and Ink widened a little more. I'm going to take this moment to create a save. Hoof, hoof, almost. The bottom is right ahead. Ink was now a small yet meaningful distance behind Axie. Alright, at least for now, I'm in the lead. I did it! I hit the first checkpoint first. That made it to the floor. Axie hit both his hands on the bottom of the tank, feeling the rocky surface of victory. Okay, go me! But now I gotta keep going. Axie braced himself, ready to dive upwards with that burst of speed. But that was interrupted. Wham. 1 second, Axie was looking up, and the next, his head was on the ground, staring at some plants. What? What the heck happened? In no time at all, Ink had touched the floor and was already hurtling up towards the ceiling. He was nowhere in Axie's immediate sight. Did that guy? Did he just hit me with his tail? There was no time to think about it. Axie swam up furiously. When he got close enough, he started yelling at Ink, despite knowing that he should have been focusing his energy on movement. Ink! I thought you said this was going to be a clean fight. Ink had a shit-eating grin on him. I said anything goes as long as we follow the rules. How is that not the very definition of fair? Now, if you excuse me, Ink used his lead to an even greater extent and headed upwards quickly, like a rocket. Axie wasn't done though, not by a long shot, not even close. He felt an immense power in his heart and shot upwards. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Like an inverse of the last checkpoint, now Axie was the one gaining on Ink. In no time, I'll be able to pass him. Then, Ink stopped. Axie had no time to react. Ink changed his trajectory from up to down, and he slammed downwards on Axie's face. Axie felt his direction starting to go haywire, and he struggled to stay stable on the same path as before. In his daze, Ink had used him as a springboard to get more momentum. Now he had an even bigger lead. You cheater! Once again, Axie, not cheating. Remember, anything goes. Axie swam harder than before, huffing and puffing, chugging forward as hard as he could. There's no way he's gonna get me again. After they got through this path upwards, it would be a lot harder for Ink to mess with Axie in the open air of the tank. I'm coming for you, Ink! As Axie started closing the gap, Ink stopped yet again. He began a strong slam towards Axie's head. Dang it. I'm going too fast. I can't change my direction on such short notice. Ink was priming himself to hit any second now, coming down like a bullet. No, Ink. Not this time. As to right. Instead of dodging it completely, Axie did what he had been doing all last night, all morning, and all day. He did a somersault. And landed right next to his tail. Wait, Liam's. Nope, not Liam. Ink. Ink's tail. Did a somersault, the same one that would inevitably impress Alana. Yawning. And then that somersault, he dodged Ink. His hands caught the grip. I did grip. His hands caught the grip of Ink's tail. Hey, what are you? Ink had no time to grasp the situation he found himself in. So long! Right about Okay. Actually threw him. He threw him by the tail into the direction of the wall. Hank spun and spun and spun. All the while, Axie rocketed higher towards the ceiling. He had the biggest lead gap in the whole race now. Hank still hadn't even completely recovered by the time Axie put both hands on the ceiling. He felt the cold glass on the top of the tank. I'm in the clear. He's so far behind. As long as I stay on the straightaway to Williams Rock, there's no way he can mess with me now. Axie sped along, efficiently and gracefully. The hero looked to have won. At one point, he glanced behind him and saw Hank's sullen, enraged face. He is looking red. He's looking very, very, very red. Dang. Good job, Axie. I think that's a save moment. As he passed the beautiful void and Neo's lab, Axie felt a string of butterflies in his stomach. Lana was down there. Soon, he'd get to see her again. As much as he wanted to, just abandon the race and swim down there right now, this second, that would do no good. She'll be delighted to know that Hank was going to stop picking on Liam. I'll see you soon, Lana. He gave himself another speed boost as he rocketed past the lab. Hank was nowhere in sight now. Puff. Puff. Axie was absolutely exhausted. The most exhausted an Axolotl had ever been, probably. But he had done it. And he had done it well. He touched Liam's rock, his home, and immediately collapsed on the side of it for support. Who's that? Where'd she finally come from? Liam! I don't see you, bud. It's just me, Axie. Oh, there you are. Hey, no need to worry, brother. That bully. Look, he won't be picking on you. Not ever again. You're safe. All thanks to the hero. It had been an intense race. Even if the ending was a little anticlimactic. That should teach him not to mess with Nana or her friends. Axie waited triumphantly on his throne. He stared into the distance, and yet he waited another second longer, and then another. Huh. Is Hank that slow? Axie. Liam must have been feeling a little saner than later usual. What? Do I feel to gaze upon it? So much more in your presence. So much for that. What's wrong, Liam? What are you talking about, bud? What's wrong? How can I even begin to explain? Everything's wrong. Even if the eye isn't here. Do you know where Lana is, Axie? She's at Neo's. I'm worried about her. She hasn't been gone this long in a while. Can you check on her? And please take the gaze with you. Axie had finally caught his breath. For whatever reason, it didn't seem like Hank was coming. I'll be back in a jiffy. Axie, once again, sped off in the direction of the void. Hank, what are you doing? Let me go. His hands were wrapped around her throat. It's good fortune that shitbrain just happened to be swimming out here alone. Wait. Fuck. It's good fortune that a shitbrain just happened to be swimming out here alone. Thanks for the tip, Axie. Axie may have won the race, but I'll win the war. I'll ask you again. Just what are you doing? She squirmed around, but Hank was too strong. Whenever she moved, he tightened his grip. I don't like hearing other people whine, so just shut the fuck up until we get to our destination. And be a good bug, Chip. Leave him alone. He's in enough pain without you going off on him. Oh, don't worry, your little lying head. He won't be in pain much longer. I can't seem to control my urges today. Nana! Axie had shown up, again huffing and puffing. His body's so exhausted. Enk, we did the race. We had a deal. Let her go. Axie, you keep confirming you're exactly the moron I know you are. It sure took a while for you to realize I wasn't finishing the race. Just stop. Stop. Let her go. Yeah, sure. I'll let her go. Just for you. Let her go. Now. Right now. This very instant. You're always so impatient, Axie. Here's what's going to happen. We're gonna swim back to Liam's shitty home. You're gonna let me end him. Then, and only then, can I guarantee the safety of your shitty friend. Axie clenched his jaw. I'm not letting you do that. You better not give in to his demands, Axie. Protect Liam. He's in a lot of pain. Shut up. That's exactly why he needs to die. He's worthless. Hank squeezed tighter on her throat. Go. This is nothing. Liam's gone through way worse. Axie had a tough face on, but his inside was sweating. Nana. He had to get her out of this situation somehow. But she wanted to keep Liam safe above everything. I was doing it right. She wanted to keep Liam safe above everything, and he knew it. I'm not letting you near him, but you better let her go. I can't stand this. Well, Axie, it looks like you and I have reached another impasse. This time, I'm not being nice. You want to play this the hard way, the messy way. Hank made a nosedive downwards, Donna in tow. Axie was quick to follow. I don't like where this is going at all. What are you doing? Hank stopped just above the surface of the floor. If I had to go through all of you to get to that son of a bitch, then so be it. I will not hesitate. Lana! Hank smashed her head into the floor. Over. And over. I want to change your mind. Axie, don't. Was that blood on her forehead? Better make up your mind on what you want to do quick. Don't know if she can take too much more of this. Maybe I should just get rid of her. Chuck her into the... Heart pounding. Axie felt his mind starting to fade. He felt something in him break. What if you can go back? You hurt her. Axie charged forward, fast and determined. He knocked Enk away from Lana in a swift smack. Ah, Axie. In his rage, Axie didn't even look to see if she was alright. Don't hurt Lana. Enk was on the floor, about to get up, when Axie grabbed him. How do you like it? Axie smashed his head into the floor. You fucker. I'm used to this. Axie didn't stop. He kept the momentum going and smashed him yet again. And again. And again. And again. And again. Axie! Axie, please stop! The words fell on deaf ears. You hurt Donna. That's unforgivable. And just what are you gonna do about it? Axie swam upwards a few meters holding Enk. Then he swam forward and crashed downwards, pounding him headfirst into the ground. I gotta admit, another person doing that hurts a little more. Shut up! Axie kept pounding him into the ground. That's enough, Axie! I said that's enough! I love her so much. And I can't stand you. I don't know if I read that wrong. What are you doing, Axie? Axie was flying towards the center of the tank. Axie, you can let me go now. You piece of shit. No! Axie was near now. Near to the void. It cackled and rumbled, and Axie could feel its hunger pains. And he knew he had to appease it. You're not going to. If you do, I will haunt your fucking nightmares. Axie, don't. Axie, Enk, what are you doing? Neo must have heard the commotion from outside his house. Stay back, Neo. Neo looked worried. He observed the void closely, but always carefully. Axie right now was entirely too close for comfort. I don't know what's going on. I've been busy for a while now. But Axie, whatever kind of game this is, you need to stop. That's right, Axie. Stop. Axie felt like he wasn't in control of himself anymore. The image of Enk throwing down Lana into the dust, making her bleed, kept flashing over and over in his head. When would he have stopped? Would he have stopped before she died? He would have killed her. And for that, he needs to die. All it took was one hard shove. And Enk was chucked right into the middle of the void. He was screaming now. An unnatural, primal scream of pain and terror. And in an instant, it consumed him, engulfed him, fed on him. His body dissolved into the mass. Not a speck of dust left. The thunder crackled. A strange digestive sound emitted from the area Enk was absorbed into. Axie was shaking, so slightly. For a few seconds, there was only that whirring of the void, newly appeased. What the hell was that? Axie, that's not his voice. Neo swam up to confront him. But leave me alone. He had to be calm. Calm, calm, calm. Cool as a cucumber. The only one that would hurt Donna was gone now. And she would be safe. Where was she anyway? Oh, she's right next to him. A slap across the face. How could you? She was crying. He was a terrible person. He did terrible things. But you just killed him. You killed him. In cold blood. It was for you, Lana. I didn't have a choice. We could have locked him up somewhere. Anything. She was quivering. That was a terrible thing, Axie. I can sort of guess what happened, though. He gestured to Lana's injuries. Still, there must have been something else. Axie was full out bawling now. I'm sorry. That's not the way the coolest dude should ever act. Quiet. Just leave me alone for now. She swam quickly back towards her side of the tank. I'm gonna need for you to tell me what happened. Not now. I need time. To practice my somersault. In order to impress Lana. Axie disappeared toward his side of the tank, now completely barren of anyone else except him. Neo stood there. He looked at the void a second. But it looked as though the immediate chaos had passed. Wow. You think this would happen like that? It looked horrible. He admitted that much to himself. But still. That was very, very interesting. The message from earlier today. He was right. The conflicts in the tank may lead to one of you to kill another. The void will be very interested to observe. What will spew out tomorrow? I've done a lot of experiments on the void these past few weeks, but never one like this. I can't say I liked the way this turned out. Not one bit. Is there really one path that leads back home? What the hell do you want from us, RB?